F-15EX Eagle II, America's answer to China's aerial dominance in the Indo-Pacific. In a symbolic yet strategic move, the United States Air Force deployed the cutting-edge F-15EX Eagle II fighter jets to Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan. This marked the first overseas visit of the latest F-15 variant, and a clear signal to adversaries that the U.S. is reinforcing its military presence in one of the world's most volatile flashpoints, the Taiwan Strait. The timing is no coincidence. With tensions rising across the Taiwan Strait and China, surpassing the United States in annual fighter jet production, 1.2 Chinese jets for every U.S. aircraft, the Indo-Pacific has become the epicenter of great power rivalry. Beijing, already commanding the world's largest navy by vessel count, is now expanding its reach into the skies with unprecedented speed and ambition. A legacy reinvented. The Eagle takes flight again since its introduction in 1976. The McDonnell Douglas F-15 has earned a legendary reputation, boasting a kill ratio of 104-0 in air-to-air combat. Decades later, its legacy continues through the F-15EX Eagle II, an aircraft designed to uphold American air dominance in the face of growing threats from China's People's Liberation Army Air Force (PLAF). The deployment to Kadena Air Base, a linchpin in the U.S. defense posture across the Western Pacific, illustrates more than simple force rotation. It's a message. Located on Okinawa Island, Kadena is part of the first island chain, a strategic buffer encompassing Taiwan, Japan, and the Philippines. Its proximity to Taiwan makes it an ideal launch point in the event of regional conflict. The Pentagon's long-term vision includes replacing 48 aging F-15CD jets currently stationed at Kadena with 36 F-15Xs. These next-generation aircraft will not only carry more air-to-air missiles, but also feature enhanced survivability and adaptability. Two F-15X jets, arriving on July 12, 2025, initiated familiarization training with local units, accompanied by an F-15E and an F-16C. These missions pave the way for the permanent stationing of Eagle Eyes, expected in 2026. Built for tomorrow's wars. What makes the F-15X stand out is its modern architecture and battle-ready capabilities. Derived from the proven F-15E Strike Eagle, the Eagle II integrates state-of-the-art systems, digital fly-by-wire controls, a large area display LAD glass cockpit with touchscreen interface, and the powerful APG-80 AESA radar. The aircraft also includes the Joint Helmet-Mounted Cueing System GMCA-MCCCASE and the EPOS Self-Defense Suite. Designed with an open mission systems OMS backbone, the F-15X allows rapid software upgrades and easier integration of new technologies. It also runs the latest Suite 9.1 software, ensuring interoperability with upgraded legacy platforms. Despite carrying a heavier payload, the F-15X flies faster and farther than its predecessors, all while offering lower operational costs. Its standoff air-to-air engagement range is the longest in the USAF fleet, making it a perfect fit for a theater where long-range strikes and first-shot capabilities matter more than ever. Filling the fighter gap, the F-15X is not just a choice, it's a necessity. Due to limited procurement of F-22 Raptors and cost overruns in the F-35 program, the USAF has had to extend the life of older F-15CD models beyond their intended service. The decision to revive F-15 production in the early 2020s was driven by both necessity and strategic foresight. With similar infrastructure and training requirements to legacy F-15s, the transition to F-15X will be smooth and cost-effective. The aircraft is also designed to be a twin-seater, enabling crew expansion or future mission versatility. Originally, production of the F-15 was expected to cease in the early 2000s, but as the USAF faced capability and quantity shortfalls, Boeing reopened the line, ushering in a new era for the venerable fighter. China's rapid rise in air power. Admiral Samuel Paparo, the commander of U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, recently warned that China is now capable of denying American air superiority across the first island chain. With over 2,100 fighters and 200 H-6 long-range bombers, China is rapidly closing the qualitative gap. China has already deployed more than 200 of its fifth-generation stealth fighter, the J-20, and is developing a carrier-based stealth platform, the J-35. Even more concerning, Beijing is now flight testing two sixth-generation designs, the J-36 and the J-50. Armed with advanced long-range air-to-air missiles and stealth technology, these aircraft are designed to challenge American air supremacy not just in Taiwan, but across the Pacific. This has prompted urgent calls from Washington lawmakers for a crash program to bolster Pacific defenses. Ideas include deploying more F-35s to Guam, expanding hardened aircraft shelters, and stationing missile defense systems like Aegis ashore throughout the region. The production ratio, according to a March 2024 report by the Center for Strategic and International Studies (CSIS), while the U.S. still leads in the number of fifth-generation aircraft, China is rapidly catching up. CSIS noted that Beijing is producing up to 100 J-20s annually, and triple output of advanced fourth-generation fighters like the J-10C and J-16. The report warned that China's high production rate could allow it to absorb greater attrition in a conflict scenario, especially over Taiwan. China is also repurposing its older aircraft. Retired second and third generation fighters like the J-6 and J-7 are being converted into unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs), increasing Beijing's capacity to sustain a long-term air conflict at minimal cost. Hardened for war, China's fortified air base. While expanding its aircraft inventory, China has also been hardening its air bases. According to a Hudson Institute report titled "Concrete Sky," the PLA has doubled its number of hardened aircraft shelters and increased its ramp space by 75% since 2010. Beijing now boasts over 3,000 shelters, more than enough to house nearly its entire combat aircraft fleet. The nation has added over 20 runways and 40 taxiways, transforming its airfield infrastructure into a resilient warfighting network. By contrast, U.S. and allied expansion in the region has been modest. Between 2010 and 2024, the U.S. added only 2 hardened aircraft shelters and a single new runway across Pacific airfields within 1,000 nautical miles of Taiwan, excluding South Korea. The disparity is stark. China's capacity to absorb airfield strikes far exceeds that of the U.S. and its allies. According to the Hudson report, the combined allied capacity within the 1,000-mile radius is just one-third of China's. Without bases in South Korea or the Philippines, that figure drops to 15%. The arrival of the F-15EX in Okinawa is more than a routine deployment, it's a critical step in reshaping U.S. air power in the Indo-Pacific. In the face of a fast modernizing Chinese military, America must adapt with speed, resilience, and innovation. The Eagle II brings advanced combat capabilities, digital architecture, and strategic reach tools essential for deterring aggression in the Taiwan Strait and beyond. Its presence at Kadena Air Base reinforces a broader shift from legacy platforms and static postures to agile, survivable, and lethal force projection. As the United States recalibrates its deterrent strategy, platforms like the F-15EX will play a central role in preserving peace and stability in the Pacific through strength, readiness, and technological superiority.